right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 of us.
I'm gonna get it on YouTube just so we get that rolling, and then we'll be live here in a second.
Yep. So it's now streaming live. Are we on?
Yep, and John just got here.
John's got it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, there's John. All right. I think it's time to get started. Oh, just happened there. Everybody on?
We're good.
Okay. I think it's got my whole thing just jumped around there. So, okay. Let's call to order the special board meeting for the Board of Library Trustees for Wednesday, April 29th, 2020. Janet, can we do a roll call, please?
Trustee Meadow.
Here.
Trustee Rule is currently not here. Trustee Smart.
Present.
Trustee Couplet.
Here.
Trustee Tang.
Here.
Trustee Thanopoulos.
Here.
President Zick.
Here. And anybody who might be watching, apologize for being late. We're just having some technical issues, just trying to get everybody on. So thanks for your patience. So the next thing we have is public comment. We do have one public comment here from Margaret Caden. It says, this meeting was just put on the library online calendar about 2 p.m. Tuesday, April 28th. Isn't the public supposed to be given 48 hours notice? We do put the notice up on the info for citizens section. It was on up there about 5 o'clock Monday, I believe, Mike. And then it got put onto the calendar sometime on Tuesday. So we did have the notice up there on the website before. Did they say that all right, Mike?
Yes, it was up. Notice for the meeting needs to be up on our website 48 hours in advance of the meeting, and it was in the info for citizens section 48 hours in advance. It just wasn't on that calendar until Tuesday. Okay.
And it's always put up first on the info for citizens tab on the website. So that's if you're looking for meetings, it's a good place to look for it first. Okay. Any other public comments might come through? Anything?
That was it.
That was it? Okay, fine. All right, let's go on to action item 1 with the library closure due to COVID-19. All right, Mike, you want to go ahead?
Sure. So I wanted to discuss the next steps for closure of the library due to COVID-19. On March 24th, at our special meeting, the Board of Library Trustees authorized myself to keep the library building closed to the public through April 29th. We are now at April 29th, and so I would be looking for an extension for the building closure through the extended stay-at-home order that's been established by Governor Pritzker, which is effective through May 30th now. So in order to stay in line with that, I would be requesting that the board authorize me to keep the building closed through at least May 30th. And then also including the memo that I present to you guys is discussion about staff pay as well. And I'm recommending that we continue to pay the staff in the method that we have been, also to be in line with that closure through May 30th.
President Zick,
Yes.
I'd like to move that we extend the closure of the Arlington Heights Memorial Library based on staff recommendation until May 30th, 2020.
Okay, do we have a second?
Oh.
Did we get that? Okay.
I think it was John.
Okay, okay, we got that. Okay, do we have any discussions or comments? You know, before we go on, I just got a text from somebody that said the link wasn't working to the library to get onto the YouTube video.
The YouTube video is live, so I would imagine it might have been because of the short delay in starting, maybe.
Okay, is it on there now?
Yes. It's live on the library's YouTube channel.
It is live on the library's YouTube channel. Okay.
Hey,
All right, thank
Greg,
you.
it shows in the upper right-hand corner. It's live on YouTube.
Yep.
Maybe the link isn't working. Maybe they should just go to the YouTube channel instead.
Let me take a look at the calendar link.
All right. All right, sorry for that. We'll keep moving on here. Okay, do we have any comments on that motion?
My question was, why not through Sunday, May 31st?
Just because this was to be in line with the Governor Pritzker's stay-at-home extension that ends May 30th.
Okay, I thought so. I just wanted to,
If you feel comfortable, we'd be happy extending that past that time. But that was I was just trying to stay consistent with that.
no, I find that definitely great. Thank you.
Okay. All right, fine. If there are no further comments, then let's do a roll call on that. Or a voice vote, roll call vote. You know what I mean, Janet.
Trustee Meadow,
Yes.
trustee Rule,
Yes.
trustee Smart,
Yes,
trustee Suplet,
Aye.
trustee Tangney,
Yes.
trustee Thanopoulos,
Aye.
President Zick.
Yes. Okay, we have a second motion here to extend the pay during that period. Does somebody want to read that one or make that motion?
I'll make the motion that the Board of Library Trustees authorizes the Executive Director to extend pay to exempt and non-exempt staff for their regularly scheduled hours through May 30th, 2020.
I second.
Okay, great. Any comments on that? Okay, all right. Then in that case, let's do a roll vote on that too.
Trustee Meadow,
Yes.
trustee Rule,
Yes.
trustee Smart,
Yes,
trustee Suplet,
Aye.
trustee Tangney,
Yes.
trustee Thanopoulos,
Aye.
President Zick.
Yes. All right, we are good on that motion. Okay, now we're going to hop over to other. Any other comments on other?
Yes, I have two things. We did have another public comment come in right after our previous section. So I forwarded it to you, Greg. Do you want to read that, or would you like me to?
Did you just send it to me now?
I did. Yeah, I didn't see that one earlier.
Okay, from Mary Gem, I hope I'm saying that right. It says the homeless has such a huge presence, relies so much on the library. What is AHML doing for the homeless during COVID-19? Thank you for your time.
Okay. And
Mike, any thoughts on that?
basically, with the library closed, we obviously can't provide a facility for them. Shannon, do you have anything that you want to add?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we treat all of our customers equally, including our customers experiencing homelessness. So unfortunately, while we're not able to have the building open, they are able to participate in any of our virtual programming or services if they have a library card.
Okay.
Well, and I'll mention that the village has been doing a tremendous amount for those who are disenfranchised and perhaps homeless as well, and we certainly support their efforts.
Absolutely.
Greg?
Recently, I know
I'm having a bit of delay
Go
here,
ahead.
so who is it?
No, you can go ahead, Deb. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, didn't we also expand our wireless capability to the parking lot and such for the homeless? Mike?
We did not. We have wireless coverage in our garage and some of our parking lot, but that's been existing. We've always had that.
Is there a
Yeah,
way for staff to, thank you, President Zick. I know that some hotels in the region, I think Schaumburg is one of them, that are actually opening up hotel doors to help those who are experiencing homelessness. And so I'm curious to see, are there any hotels in Arlington Heights that are doing that? And that would be a question for the village. But Mike, I do feel for families and individuals who are in, and we're going to find more people who are just not able to pay their bills and are finding themselves without a roof over their heads. I know that we have a great relationship with Journeys that is based outside our borders in Palatine, but they do have pad sites. One of them being the First United Methodist. There are a couple other sites within Arlington Heights. Is there a way that we can provide a list? And I'm curious, if that list does exist, can we just put a hard copy on our door? That way, if those that are experiencing homelessness do go to try to open the door, they don't have TV, they don't have a computer, they're not going to get that even this extended order is in place. So some are experiencing mental illness. I'm just curious what we can do, maybe gather some facts and put an FA, like just a list of where they can go.
If I may.
Yeah, we can.
John?
Restore.
Yeah, I'll defer to others who might know more, but PADS was closed effective the first stay-at-home order. And then the village has been working with at least 3 hotels in Arlington Heights
Okay.
to redirect those that that are homeless. And also there's a meal program that has been coordinated through Journeys and reaches out with PADS and others to bring meals to those who are in need of meals that are residing in some of these hotels as well. So again, the village has done a pretty thorough job in terms of coordinating efforts. And, you know, I'll defer to those who might know more, but that's all in place.
I would say,
I can expand on that.
what you, I mean, is
I can
needed.
expand on that just a little bit.
Shannon, yes?
Sorry.
The trustee Suplet is correct. The PADS locations closed and all of their clients are currently being housed in area hotels. All of our staff who work with the public at this time have a list of food pantries and other resources, including the village. So when customers contact us, we can help them.
That's wonderful.
And so they contact us right through chat or through phone calls, correct? Is that the usual way, Shannon?
But right now it's through chat and email only.
Chat and email. Okay, that
Could
makes
we-
sense, right? Good phone call. Sure. Mary Anthony, yes.
My question is, for those that don't have accessibility to email, internet, phones, would the board, I would be comfortable in advising, hopefully the staff could put together, just like I said, a document answering those questions. Everything we just discussed should maybe be up there on the Dunton Avenue address and maybe at the garage. Again, just in case somebody is looking to find more information and comes to our doors physically.
Oh, I think that's an interesting idea, Mike.
Yeah, we'll work with staff on that, and we'll come up with some way to communicate that effectively to them.
Okay.
I did hear about a local library that's using their front doors as a community bulletin board, posting similar documents to what you just mentioned.
Hey, Mike, do we want to talk about, I mean, this has been obviously a unique time period. Unprecedented, obviously, has been thrown around quite a bit. And we've done a fantastic job in trying to do everything that we can while providing services, but also obviously keeping the people of the village safe, and it's just important keeping our staff safe also. So thank you to everybody for everything that you've done. I know we don't know all the governors what's coming about with this new stay-at-home order. But do we want to talk about any of the things that we'd like to see happen as we go into this next period?
Sure. Yeah. As we go into this next period, I think with the modified stay-at-home order, the retail's non-essential retail stores are given the ability to offer curbside service and phone support. And we may follow suit on some of those things throughout the month as we get closer toward the end of the month, probably more so. But phone support is something that we're working on right now to make it available remotely or to provide some safe space in the library to be able to offer that support to our community. And then we've also just been discussing curbside service or using the drive-up window or home delivery, things like that, but being able to do it safely. So we just need to be cognizant of staff safety and customer safety. And so we're working on those plans now. So we may see those things over the next couple of weeks.
Mike, we have had phone service for people and doing it through voicemail. And the concern was, well, the staff did not want to respond to the person on voicemail showing their personal phone number because we're doing these services from home. But we were able, don't ask me how, but I'm sure you can. We did it in such a way with our phone system that their number is masked. It comes as like a library number. So librarians go into that voicemail many times during the day, and they're getting, they're getting the messages and then calling back those people. So that for people who don't have, we're doing the chat to Mozio and email also, but that's worked out very well. And at first we didn't have that. And then when we started it, we were getting phone calls right away. And so basically when people call the library, before it was, we're closed, but now it's, I don't know what I can't remember what the message says, but you can press something and then you can leave a message on voicemail.
Okay. We've been working with our phone vendor to utilize the voice over IP component of our phone to be able to forward it to soft phones remotely to staff on their computers.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
So we really want to avoid them utilizing their own devices and phone numbers, especially. So,
absolutely.
Part of the reason we don't have some of these solidified plans is we wanted to wait till the extended order came out from Governor Pritzker and have our attorney to review it to verify that we are in good standing to be able to do that kind of stuff. My initial conversation was with our attorney does give us the discretion to be able to do some of those services if even under the current order, being that we are a government agency, we can determine what's considered essential. But I feel that following what non-essential retail stores are doing is in line with what would probably be appropriate. So that's kind of what we're watching right now. And we are working on plans for each of those things as part of our reopen plans are going to stretch over a couple of weeks. So it's all part of that in different phases.
I tell you, we're probably also talking to.
I just going to say it would be nice if the governor does get specific like the Wisconsin governor did, but I don't know if he will because of that government entity, that it is the governmental unit that is deciding. And so I'm not thinking it's going to get any more detailed than we've already heard, but I may be wrong.
You're probably right.
Yeah, and I just think too, we're also communicating with the other local libraries around us, just to kind of, are we coordinating with them at all on what's happening too?
Yeah, there's been a lot of discussion amongst the directors on these topics and as far as pay goes and closure and services that are being offered. So we are keeping in touch with them as well on that stuff. So another thing that we're working on is, I mentioned this at the last meeting, is the 3D printing of personal protection equipment. And we have ordered additional 3D printers that were to be ordered for our Makerspace project. And so we're getting those in. Once we get those in, we'll have the materials to make 300 masks right off the bat. We're planning around 32 per day. And then we're also creating mask extenders for the face masks to take the elastic off your ears and, have a device that holds them instead. We are working with Northwest Community Hospital. They are now accepting donations. And then a mental health facility in Arlington Heights and a couple other places we've reached out to supply them with these devices. So some of the healthcare sites that we've reached out to stated that they only accept medical grade or CDC approved or sealed PPE equipment. So there has been a little bit of a challenge in finding people that really need them and will take them. But Northwest Community Hospital was one that originally stated that same thing, but now they are accepting donations. So we're working on starting to ramp up production for that kind of stuff. So, and then of course, the staff that have been working very, very diligently, our communications and marketing staff, our info services staff, to make sure that they're answering the questions and communicating with the customers, have been continuing and working very hard. We have a lot of our management staff and actually a lot of staff working on plans for the reopen, setting up the building for social distancing and stuff like that. So we've got quite a bit going on, even though the building's closed.
Very good. Very good. All right. Any
I
other?
Yes, I had read somewhere that students depend, especially first generation college students, on FAFSA. And they used to rely on high school counselors. So I'm just curious if we're making any outreach to try, and I don't know if the deadline might have already been passed, or did the FAFSA deadline get extended? But are we, or could we think about that if it's not too late? Helping students like fill out, it could be easily over the phone, just offering some guidance, or even a tutorial, like a YouTube tutorial.
Sure. Yeah. I'll follow up with
FAFSA's window is closed, but I think the high school counselors would still be accessible to help them with that.
I wonder if it got extended. Usually they do close by now, but I don't know due to COVID if, I don't remember if I read that it got extended.
Okay. Anything else? All right. So do we have a motion for adjournment?
I move we adjourn.
We have a second.
I so second.
All right.
I second.
Okay. So all in favor, say aye.
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 So say nay, and we are done. Okay. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Greg. Good job, staff.
Bye.
Good job. Thank you.
Take care.
Good job,
Good
everyone.
job, staff.
Thanks.